City.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and still on the 14th General Conference of the Islamic World Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization meeting. We're glad to be joined over the phone by Dr. Mohamed Azzam, board member of the International Association of Technology Management. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon, and my regards to you and your respectable viewers.
Thank you, sir. Sir, what's the significance of holding the 14th Cesco meeting in Egypt for the first time this year?
Actually, this is a sign of recognition to Egypt. Egypt is the largest hub if we are talking about education, if we're talking about scientific research and development, innovation and technological development. We've seen a lot of efforts during the last few years under the auspices of His Excellency President Sisi that are taking place in this domain, and we've seen a lot of great achievements all over the country with respect to the development of new technological areas. We've seen the secured document center, we've seen the pharma city, we've seen the food city. All of these are totally based on utilization of technology to the maximum, actually.
Yes. How would Egypt's partnership with the Cesco support the scientific research and the innovation domains?
Actually, we are facing many pressing issues during COVID era and because of the virus outbreak and due to the climate change, and we have a lot of things that we need to have a sort of collaboration towards developing more innovative solutions in areas related to healthcare, in areas related to fighting the climate change and minimizing the carbon footprint, as well as having innovation that's serving the community as well as the economy, and of course for achieving Egypt 2030 vision and the universal or the sustainable development goals of the UN that include gender equity, fighting poverty, zero hunger. There's a lot of things that we need a sort of collaboration in these domains, and actually Egypt is now focusing on building its capacity in many different technological areas, especially in the domains of many emerging technologies as artificial intelligence or augmented reality, virtual reality, and so on and so forth.
Yes. Sir, how do you weigh the state's efforts in fostering the field of technology through several programs and initiatives?
We've seen many initiatives that are taking place now. We've seen the initiatives that are launched by Ministry of Information and of Communication Information Technology. We've seen initiatives by Ministry of Planning and Economic Development. We've seen initiatives launched by Ministry of Youth and Sports. I think the government of Egypt is quite keen to develop our national capacity. And we've seen now a multi-billion-dollar startups that are listed in London stock or New York stock. So all the efforts by the government is totally supported by His Excellency the President Sisi, and Egypt has allocated really a huge amount of funds for supporting the whole ecosystem when it comes to training or capacity building, when it comes to scientific research, innovation, startup incubation, and we've seen also the great initiative of Digital Egypt and for building the skills of youth with respect to the digital skills. So Egypt is actually moving in very different, or actually moving in different directions that is tackling every aspect related to technology and innovation and entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm. Sir, what are the means of raising the importance of following new technologies in various domains?
All the countries to develop, they need to consume technology and produce technology. And this, of course, needs also a dedication and a determination from the government. And as I said before, there are many initiatives that are taking place all over the country to help the whole innovation ecosystem to be more mature, to be more advanced. And I think also we need to have more investment in the research and development, in the scientific research and innovation arena, especially in the domains related to health tech, related to artificial intelligence, related to climate tech, related to even the most advanced emerging technologies, that the metaverse, of course. Because if you own the technology, actually you're going to develop more innovative products and services that be consumed not only in the country but also all over the world. And this is the only vehicle to create wealth and increase the competitiveness on the nation as well as the individual's level.
Right. Well, sir, how could the Cesco meeting help in expanding programs for young professionals among its members?
I think that such meetings, especially, there will be another meeting, actually, another forum that is the International Forum of Higher Education. It will be also held under the auspices of President Sisi. Having such meetings and having such venues is a great opportunity for the country to build ties, to set up new ventures of collaboration between the member states, and of course changing the ideas, having solutions for the common problems, especially in the domain of fighting such pandemics, or in domains for fighting the bad effect of the carbon footprint, or fighting the effect of climate change and saving the environment, or building the capacity to be able to catch the fourth industrial revolution that are taking place all over the world now, that is totally dependent on technology. So such meetings, such kind of forums, such kind of having a sort of brainstorming, have a sort of exchanging ideas and expertise between member countries. This will be definitely will boost the whole ecosystem towards more innovative technologies, more innovative products and services that serving the nation and serving the people as well.
Right. Sir, what's the importance of sustainable management in supporting the state's strategy to upgrade its different sectors?
Actually, if you look about sustainability, is becoming one of the most important concerns, not only to Egypt but also to the most of the countries. Especially Egypt will host COP27 next year in Sharm el-Sheikh. So sustainability is becoming on the top of the agenda of governments, on the top of the agenda of large corporations, and this will need to have a different strategy for approaching a sustainable economic development. That's why now we can find the legal framework that's supporting this kind of initiatives. We can find great brains that well trained, and they are making a lot of innovative products and services that be consumed by the citizens, and also would be able to export our own technology to all over the world and extend the services by utilization and consuming such technology for the betterment of the Egyptians and the betterment of the whole economic development that's taking place now in Egypt. And sustainability, of course, is the only way to have such development and having this kind of sustaining this development for the years to come, actually.
Right. Well, I would like to thank you very much for joining us, sir. And still with our main topic, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli also stressed that Egypt aspires to enhance its scope of cooperation with Cesco, saying that such a focused partnership would support the fields of scientific research and innovation and aid in the dissemination of knowledge across the world. In turn, Al-Malik hailed the level of ongoing cooperation with Egypt as one of the most important pivotal countries in the Islamic world. And we're glad to be joined over the phone by Dr. Mustafa Slima, Lecturer of Sustainable Management. We don't have, we don't have our guest over the phone ready. We just go to a short break and we'll be right back with our guest over the phone.